What's up guys, JB2017 here, and today I want to talk with you all about the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, because recently an analyst firm released a kind of a prediction of what we'll be looking at in terms of console sales into the future for these next generation consoles. And the actual stat line and prediction that they released is that the PS4 will have outsold the Xbox One by 40% in 2018. So if you think about it, if you look at the timing right now, that's just under 3 years away. So, I mean, pretty much 2 years and 11 months will be in 2018, which is kind of crazy to think about. And also, by that point, the new generation consoles, they won't be new. Nobody will call them new anymore because they will have been out for over 4 years at that point. And so they will literally be current. And I know they're current already, but I feel like we're still in that awkward kind of teenage phase between console generations. Like, I still play old gen for various reasons, and I'm sure a lot of people do as well. And so there it is. That's the prediction right there. So I kind of want to talk about that with you guys today and share my thoughts, my predictions, and see what you guys think will happen as well, because it's an interesting conversation. And of course, it's all wrapped up in this ever-present console war kind of attitude that we have in the gaming community, which is interesting. I like it. I like that it keeps, these console developers, is that what you would call them? It keeps them innovating, right? Always on their toes, always trying to step up their game. It keeps the competition up. I enjoy that, but what I don't enjoy is like the whole militant attitude and the whole fanboy culture, if you will. And I'm sure there will be people in this video that will come and be like, Xbox sucks, PlayStation for life, bruh. And, people are entitled to their opinions, but I don't really, I don't like it. I'm sure a lot of you guys don't like it when, I don't understand judging other people for what they enjoy. Anyways, that's just a whole other conversation. So let's get into it. What do I think is going to happen? Well, let me preface that with, I guess I should step back for a second, with that whole fanboy conversation. I'm going to sound pro Xbox One. And the reason is that I've really been impressed by what Microsoft has been able to do and to improve their console over the past year. And that's not to say that I don't enjoy my PlayStation 4. I spent $400 on a PlayStation 4, and so it's not like I hate PlayStation 4s, but if I do sound pro Xbox One, it's just because I like my Xbox One and I want it to be better. And I also want the PlayStation to be better, right? It could be so much better by 2018 that I'll only play it. So let's get on with it. So what do I think is going to happen? Well, while those analysts are probably going to be more accurate than me or any of you guys, I don't think it's going to be that big of a gap. And really, the reason I believe that is because I think Microsoft may be able to get their stuff together and actually kind of rectify the very stumble kind of approach they had into this generation. I mean, it was really, really not pretty. I mean, the whole used games always online, you have to pay $100 more than the other console. If you guys don't remember, the Xbox One was $500 when it first came out. Now they've had to price drop and drop the Kinect. It's only $350 to get an Xbox One right now. And still, the PlayStation 4 has outsold the Xbox One. I mean, literally, if we, for a second, take a moment to look back at the sales so far of these consoles, from November 2013, which is when both of the consoles came out, to October 2014, PS4 outsold the Xbox One in every single month. And then I believe because of those price drops, the Xbox One came out on top for 1 or 2 months during the holiday season, this past holiday. And then the PS4 is just back on top. So it's just been dominating. The PS4 and Sony have been dominating Xbox and Microsoft in terms of consoles sold and units sold. So I actually have some concrete numbers here. In January, towards the beginning of January, Sony said that the PlayStation 4 has sold 18.5 million units worldwide, which is pretty impressive. And I believe the most recent stat for the Xbox One was 10 million units sold in October of last year. So they may be a little bit more, maybe like 12 million or 13 million, but there's still a nice large chunk behind the PlayStation 4. And I think, again, that's totally attributed to that whole used game, always online, more expensive Kinect bundle nonsense that Microsoft really kind of juggled in the beginning and ended up, like I said, stumbling really hard and, forcing these analyst firms, like I mentioned right now, to say, hey, look, you know what? if we look at how much the PS4 has outsold the Xbox One so far, I think it's pretty safe to say that they're going to outsell them, into the future. And like I said, they're probably going to be more accurate than I am. But if I had to give you guys like a numerical prediction, I would say I would bump that down to 10%. I would say that the PS4 is going to outsell the Xbox One by just 10%. And so I think they're going to be a lot closer than people think. And again, that's because I do have faith in Microsoft and Xbox improving, because I don't know about you guys, but the Xbox One that I bought for $500 in 2013 does not function the same as it does now in February of 2015. They've done a lot of improvements, a lot of patches, and it feels like a constant process that has really been improving. Now, don't get me wrong, Xbox One has plenty of problems, namely the NAT connectivity issues. That's a big deal. That's a really shitty situation where you can't play with certain friends because of their NAT type. And maybe, the average consumer doesn't know how to port forward their router, and having, expecting that from your consumers is also just really bad. I mean, it's really, really terrible. And so that's been a real negative for the Xbox, and something that I've had to deal with my friends. It's just kind of shitty. Like, it should just work. That's pretty much how I view it. It works on my Xbox 360. Why doesn't it work on the One? It's kind of ridiculous. And of course, PlayStation has its own problems as well. And I gotta tell you guys, I don't play a lot of PlayStation these days. Like I said, I'm really loving my Xbox One. But I gotta say, it seems like the PlayStation Network goes down so frequently, and it's not because of Lizard Squad or whatever bullshit 15-year-old hackers are in the world. It's because their servers suck, and they have to do server maintenance all the time or something. And I don't want to delve deep into that because I'm not an expert in the subject. But anyways, guys, to wrap this up, what do you guys think will happen in terms of sales? Do you think this analyst firm is spot on with their 40% PS4 outselling the Xbox One by 2018 mark? Do you think they're accurate, or do you think it's going to be a little more even? Do you think it's going to be even more lopsided? It could be. It could be that Microsoft stumbles again, and PlayStation and Sony, they just keep riding that, train of success that they've ridden since the release. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. I'd be interesting to read what you all have to say. And if you enjoyed this video, remember to hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Also, subscribe for more of these kinds of videos if you have not already. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you all next time. Peace.